said, I don't really know a lot what's going on, but I be just watching certain shit. And I just see this online as far as the violence in the city. Period. Why you think it's like that, and do you think it's like it'll ever like chill or come to a cease?
I feel it though.
No, ain't gonna never come to an end. Cause like us right here, it's a generation coming up behind us. You know, so they ain't really gonna never end.
Man, you already know it's the boy PND, man. Shout out to the Hood Life Media, man. You already know how he carried it from the bottom to the tip. Oh, yeah.
All right, an 18-year-old has died after an ambush shooting took place in South Philadelphia. He was murdered just steps away from the Christian Street YMCA.
Ready? Yeah, man. So we tuned in right now. We down here in South Philadelphia section of the city right now in Philly, with two young artists on the rise. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the people who ain't familiar with you.
DeekLoko, man, 27 days. I'm the Lord car from 7 later.
Okay. All right. So you say you from 27th Street, and you say you from 7th Street. So what's it like coming up in South Philly?
Like, man, treat young boys real. Like, it was cool and growing up. Tip, like, you know, that shit get typical like everybody that I live there. Then, a little rough. I mean, but we made the best out of it.
So do y'all come from single parent or double parent homes?
I come from single. It's single, but like she always had like somebody around for me, like stepdad too.
So just to get into that a little bit, I know y'all got like homies and shit. You also you a single parent. You had some influence. Do you like notice a difference, or do you feel like it's a difference being raised by a single parent and then being raised by a double parent?
A little bit. All this that she could at the time. She ain't really too much for her.
Okay, all right. So get into your childhood, man. What kind of young boy was you and shit like that? How was you coming up?
I was a badass young boy, bro.
Yeah, active.
Running around, no shirt on.
Better wipes. Everybody love me. Raw. Stay that beer. Or we taking somebody's bite. Draw growing up.
Okay.
Gonna stay out of trouble.
All right. So how did y'all get to like know each other and meet each other? Cause y'all from two separate sections of the city.
This is my cousin and shit. I don't know that.
Okay. All right, bet. So talk about your experience coming up young boy days and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit like typical young boy shit. We all draw, stay in trouble. It's pool. We stayed at very stayed jumping. We stayed at the pool, but when that dollar parties and all that shit, all that, yeah, so other than that, you know, I'm for real. Sure.
Facts. So all right. So you said you from 27th Street and you from Snyder, and right? All right. So I want you to just piggyback off of that. Talk about that, cause I don't know a lot about your end of the city, but I do know like Bach was y'all school. I heard about the 5th Street and 7th Street war and like that just coming up. So talk about you as a young boy just experiencing being from there, because those blocks is so close for us, like probably like relatives and all that shit.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit going on, but like, you know.
Me, I wasn't really around 7th Street. Like I was down 7th Street, but I was around here. It was like 27th Street. That's how I really got close to it all. Cause I was growing up around here and all. Like I was down 7th Street, but I was like down here.
Okay, so like was that a little rough from you coming up, as far as, because you know like motherfuckers be like territorial and all that whatever shit.
No, it was chilling, cause you know like that.
Then it wasn't really too much. Like,
And like
You right.
it's all fighting back. I was now, so like so it was cool. Like I'm rocking out with them, like chilling. I feel 7, but this still like my homies. Like I grew up in those.
But all right, so what about you? Cause you say you from 27th Street. I pay attention to the music and shit like that. Y'all definitely was active for a while, and then just one of those blocks known as South Philly always and shit. So how was it for you?
no,
It was full of art. Something growing up. I ain't really did it too much, man. I mean, I just was always, a ladies' man, except for the woman and all that. But it was alright though. I ain't really do too much for real. Just out here reckless youngin, so what?
Facts. So when did the music get into play?
I say about 2 years ago, right? Like 2 years ago. Yeah, I came to him in the car like, yeah, bro, we about to do this shit. Like, I feel like we got this shit for rap. So we had booked the stew session and shit. We did our first song. And when we did that job, we ain't never drop it though. We just like let everybody hear it. Everybody's with that job. Then we just like took off from there. But I was a little skeptical about it, you feel me? Because I was never a rapper. I feel me. I was more so like playing ball and shit. So he was like, bro, we gonna rap. I'm like, no, bro, like, you feel me? I ain't gonna rap. But before that, I was used to rap like to my homies and shit. You feel me? I never took it serious until that day. And then we went to the studio. Then started from there. Ever since that shit was low.
Like, so what was y'all first song?
What was the first song? What was that? Peter Griffin. Yeah. Forgot the cover. Peter Griffin. I think it was some other song. It was. Yeah. If I hadn't Jones, I'd play it for you. Them Jones. It sound not like I be selling out, man. That's it.
Okay. So who's some of the ones that cause like I said, you say you from 27th Street, and I rest in peace to King Lord. He also was from your end, right? And he was one of the ones. He was making like a big impact on the music scene and shit like that. So was you like around for when he was doing his thing?
Yeah, I definitely was around. I was around. Yeah, that. He definitely was doing his thing. So just sometimes we just get the band to the staple with her.
Okay. So how was that seeing him like start like from pretty much nothing and then just building a buzz and then Meek start with him and shit like that?
It was crazy to see, like, for somebody from out there that I know personally, to get that far with a rapper. There's a different feeling for me, because everybody support everybody that they don't know. So when you got somebody coming from you that's doing anything, for me, it's a good feeling. A lot of niggas don't fuck with him, but they knew he was talking this shit. He definitely was popping this shit. They felt that shit too. I know they did. Sure.
No, that's a fact. Cuz definitely was making a big name for himself in the city and that. Rest in peace to him. So just moving on with the music. It feel like today, like Philly, like not even just Philly, but the world kind of like piggybacking off of a Chicago wave for real, like that. So what's y'all like thoughts and shit like that? Cause y'all young, so y'all like in the mix of the shit for real.
Everybody from Philly definitely like piggyback off Chicago. I mean, just like a really wreck, you could say like. It definitely been wreck, nigga. Like, motherfuckers out here, they think that shit cool, so they wanna do it. Like, alright, that shit cool. Like, everybody think that shit cool. We gonna rock out with this. Everybody that's bandwagon off like if somebody got something powder, I mean, the next person gonna jump on, or somebody see somebody doing their thing, they gonna get on that with it. They wanna do the same thing.
Facts though. I feel like the social media got a lot to do with this shit too, cause even when I look at the rap beats back in like the headshot days and like that was my era when I was watching shit. Pretty much niggas was on YouTube and like waiting for the next YouTube shit to drop. But now it's like soon a nigga drop some shit, you can go on live and start popping your shit for real.
Yeah, that's what gets drugged alive right now. They get drugged out. You will get that twisted up with reality. Sure.
Facts though. So let's talk about the numbers and shit like that. Talk about some of the tracks that y'all both highlighted. I looked at your page and on Instagram. You definitely got a lot of support as far as comments and shit like that. Motherfuckers is definitely commenting and engaged. So talk about, you starting your fan base and the music.
Like it's knowing people, like knowing a lot of people connect with other people, like networking. I mean, it's just really promoted every day. Like social media helped a lot. YouTube posted on there. Yeah, I get certain like reviews. So I dropped a note song after that. They definitely going to stay right now. Sure. He definitely is act right now. Add to him, and he's only right. Sure.
And also, I see y'all got the fashion popping like that. So talk about some of the brands that y'all rocking.
This right here, carry it with care. It's that right with 6. Right 6 shit. Gotta get into it. Definitely. You can rock this shit, anything. You feel me? You could have some designer jeans on, some jars. Still do the right 6 shit. You feel me? Hats, sweaters, hoodies. And they got the pockets on. They ain't never see this before. The pockets on the sweater. The pockets on the sweater. They ain't never get that. That's different. You feel me? So you definitely got to get into that. I feel a little cop up in there. Yeah. Shout out to Rick.
Fact. Now OT7, you know what I'm saying? What's that? Speaking about that, I see you got the ice, and you know what I'm saying, got it, you know what I'm saying, shining and
Well, that's why I'm funny though. Like you said, that's the blood. It's only the sun. Because everybody that's from there. I mean, everybody that passed away, for real. Everybody that's still here. For all that rap and shit, this been a day. That's fine. So been a okay.
So snaps. Is it official that snaps came from the P?
Everybody definitely got that shit from
Cause I see now it's like arguing, even school party be posting shit, West be getting in there, Southwest they be having like some handshake, dad back type of shit.
They got their name. That shit came from the pit. Definitely. That's came. Yes. Well, even though they got that shit in the pit, they ain't gonna say it though. Yep.
Facts. So what's some like pros and cons being from South Philly? Cause every part of the city got their own like thing, vibe, reputation and shit like that. So what's some of the reputation, you know, being from South Philly?
No, I'm gonna see it being like, for sure, like if you know South Philly, then you know like that shit used to be jumping back then. Like you was in South Philly back then. Like South Philly really had all the dollar part, all the parties, everything. So all the Tang, Wu-Tang, all that, everything, all types of shit. Had the ball. Everybody had these shiny cars, so South Philly actually.
Facts. So y'all will so like I say, speaking about the Wu-Tang, like right now we got Shake That for real. So it's like Philly always been on some shit with the dancing and you know what I mean?
I feel like that was raised in the Wu-Tang. Like, yeah, that's for real, a newer version, for real, like a new generation type job. For real, it's like not really a little old and really young. So that's the version. So the Wu-Tang is that they snap with that shit though. They just like an upgraded, yeah, like he said, that's upgraded Dollar Boys for real. They flat.
All right, so let's just talk about like just some real life and shit like that. Cause like I said, just being from Philly, period, and being from a certain environment, it's just different. Not if you're not from it, you really want to understand that a lot of people look at, well, why do you do this and why do they? You know what I'm saying, but it's like unless you was really from it, and you really want to understand. So just talk about how old was you when you like first heard like a gunshot or like seen somebody get shot without like incriminating anybody like that.
I said like kind of like 8. Kind of like 8. I like 8 when I heard like my first gunshots. Yeah, saying around that age, when like we was studying together, like we was on E-block and shit.
We was around for a lot of shit. Like,
You remember like what do your mind at that time?
No, I honestly like it ain't really affect me like that. It's like I knew like so I was at YJ, so I knew it was all over. I just heard it. It was like, damn, somebody very damn busy. I kept going about my day though. I ain't gonna take out of it. You know how that shit get. Then you gotta go on. They was just shooting this shit while I was calling. For real, gotta take the bike in the crib. You gotta take the bike in the crib. See, that's the whole deal. These bro. Fact. That's the bad part about it. It wasn't really enough, bro.
Fact. So how old was you when you lost your first, friend to like gun violence?
I was 13. Like my first heartbreak was used to or not. So I forgot to go. 26th Street Legend for real. I was 13. Yeah, I said this is like her. Yeah, I was like at least, I don't remember the age, but yeah, he died like 2017. I'm sorry right now, so like, I couldn't he died on fake first and shit. Sweet, all the other shit.
So like I said, rest in peace, but definitely rest in peace to Lil Nas. 'Cause I heard a little bit about his story and that, and I know he was definitely active with the music during his time. So talk about like when he was around, when he first was doing his music.
He ain't really like take the music shit serious though. Like he just used to like his freestyle. Like, yeah, and that shit be fire. Yeah. So yeah, it's like every Saturday now, yeah, just start rap. And for me, it's just to be a vibe. He just like he'd light up the day. You feel me? Like he come through, you know, it's about to be a good vibe. Like he was like, yeah, I mean, funny ass way.
Fact. So like, how you feel as far as like Philly starting to now be like on the academics, like, 'cause I see a couple YouTubers that and they be like trying to cover stories and put together narratives and shit like that. But how y'all feel? 'Cause this like y'all lives and like homies that like y'all really knew and they, like they probably never even met these guys a day in their life.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I really don't be paying attention and stuff like that. But like, for me, like for me, probably heard a lot of stories about what for me. Everybody had their own opinion on everybody. I'm saying like, no matter what we say, ain't gonna change. They not like we know what comes this like this shit come fees like so like it was our own like so we like it was in this shit come to say and we fake.
Fact. So we gonna get to the updated music and shit. You got a track with Rico Havoc coming soon. So talk about that. But before we get to that, what's your most favorite tracks you feel like? What tracks you feel like you snapped on the most?
Internet gangsters.
Yeah.
That probably got the most views out of all my songs. So yeah, I got the most views out of all my songs. So I didn't really like it when we first did it. Like when we went to the studio and I did it, I didn't really like it. But everybody liked it. So then I started listening to it more. Like it just grew me that for me, this became like a fan of that joint. But I still gonna bang on it like that a little bit. But I feel like though that's the most song I snapped on. That shit bop, bro. That be the part.
Facts. So how long totally, how many years totally you been rapping?
Probably for like 2 years.
2 years. Can you see the difference from when you first started till now?
Yeah, definitely. I got better every song. Like every song I made, I see it, like we get better every time. And then, yeah, I just started getting noticed by like this year, beginning of this year, like people just start really listening to me. So then they know.
Yeah, so what's some of your moments? Like you had these fan moments where you just out and motherfuckers walk up to you, like want to take pictures with you?
It'd be me, so little kids. Like, you know, it'd be nobody older. Like, it'd be a couple people my age, but, you know, they ain't gonna really show it, 'cause, you know, and everything they do. I mean, they got everybody gonna have their own opinion. But it'd be me, little kids, like, a lot of people going places, like they be recognizing me. Like, around here, like, and around most films that around.
Okay. So what's the feeling like when you just chilling, you hear your shit come on the wheel, somebody riding past?
A lot. I just be like,
And I'll be happy though. I'll be happy. I'm like, dang, man. They really whole time they don't even know that they ride past it before they just playing. I just be little, and I feel they really support.